Okay, folks, we have some tire art. Great for a garden. So we got a teacup, a little swan. We're gonna make a fish at a later date for you, maybe another teacup. But anyway, today we're gonna put a first coat of paint on them. So we're just gonna use spray paint. And I guess the most important thing is to make sure that you don't put too much paint on. You can always come back and touch it up, second coat, third coat, fourth coat. Don't put too much because then it will run, and we don't want runs. So anyway, sit back and watch these things that are kind of ugly turn into something that could actually look pretty cool. Okay, so my phone died, and so you only got half of the time lapse putting the white on. But anyway, put a first coat on this, and you can kind of see we're going for a dark bottom. The base will be white, darker bottom, maybe a purpley, and then a light purple on the top. We'll blend that really nicely when we do the second coat. This guy's all white, needs several more coats, but it is a swan. And then we're going to put a little bit of red there. You guys will see it. You'll understand it when it's fully painted. And big teacup. It'll be white on the base too, and it'll be nicely blended from top to bottom. When the sun hits it, you really see the difference. And we didn't even get that one because I think we may want a red pink one. So although we have lots of paint for the purple, dark purple, light purple, you might even not even be able to see it. But anyway, it's there, dark and light. But we still need 2 or 3 more coats of this. It didn't use up much. We didn't use up a can of blue, and or dark purple, and we didn't use a can of light purple, and we did 2 of them. The can is probably half done of each one, maybe not even that. So looks like a can will do it. We will see. White, we're gonna need a little bit more, but I bought more just because that's gonna need 3 coats and the handles, and we still gotta do the bases for, even though it's gonna be red, we still gotta do the base for the teacup. It's not the base, Rusty, it's the saucer. There we go. And we're not going to do the inside because the inside is going to be filled with dirt and flowers. So anyway, that's it for now. And it might rain, so I'm not going to do any more. And we will come back to this at a later date. Cheers. Okay, so I'm putting a final coat on the light purple at the top. Remember, it'll be 2 tones, so the bottom section will be a darker, and I'm going to tape. Once this dries, I'm gonna tape right here and then paint that the darker color. Then I'm gonna tape around this and paint this white as we have done the handles. I've got them taped off. So we're getting close to having a finished product, but not quite yet. This one has had a second coat, so it looks much more like a swan, other than we're gonna put orange for the beak. And we've just taped off this one. We haven't done anything. I'm just gonna paint it a second coat on the top. And then we will let it dry, paint that blue, and then paint that white after we take that off. Nellie looks like she's, what are you doing?
Scraping as much of the old flaky paint off of this chair as I can so I can repaint it.
Ah, and what color is this gonna be?
Yellow.
Yellow. We're not gonna shake it up. We're keeping it the same. We like what we got. Okay, back to work. Now done the second coat on that, just gotta let it dry. We'll tape off the blue one, and then we're gonna paint that blue. Then the saucer itself will be white. I'm gonna start on this. I just wanted to show you this before, and we're gonna do a red-pink combination. So it's gonna be a little different. So that's what it looks like before, and let's start painting. Okay, second coat, still taped off, and the saucer is not, we're gonna level these off too, so don't worry about that. Starting to look a little more like teacups once we take the tape off there and paint that white. I think it's going to pop. Red one. Again, we're going to level them out. Don't worry about that. We've got the pink, red. I might try and fan that in a little, but we've got 1 coat on each red and pink. And this guy, 2 coats and 2 coats, and we just need to do the saucer. So anyway, they're coming. Teacups and swan. Teacups, swan. So last but not least, we are doing the teacups. We're painting the bottom saucer, and it's going to be white. So we've taped off the base. We've done it on this red/pink teacup. This is when they're going to start to come together, and when we take the tape off there. But so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, coat 1 done. We've got the tape, so it doesn't look great, but you can start to see, you know, the teacup formation, if you will. Saucer now painted. It's got 1 coat, but usually the white we have to do 3 coats because we're painting black. Looks probably fine from back up, but if you look up close, you can see that we need more white, and I'm out of white. I'm always out of paint. It's like, I don't know what it is. And you can see there's my paint section, neatly stacked, organized. That's my OCD. This is why I stack them so nicely. So if you need blue, you just go to the pile and it's there, right? So anyway, yep, that's where we are. And I'm gonna go and buy some more paint and see if I can get these, because they have to go out. We've bought some really cool stuff, like cooler than this, that needs to be dealt with. So we got to get these things out. We got to get them filled up with soil, and we got to get plants in them. I don't know where they're going. Nellie thinks she's got an idea of where they're going. So I got to get this stuff done because this is our little painting area and more stuff needs to come here. So, and I've got still projects there, projects here, and a whole nother load of stuff coming in. Some really cool stuff. So anyway, these got to go out. So 1 more coat, 2 more coats, and they should be going out. So stay tuned. Okay, so it's a very wet day out, but Nellie needs these out of here because she's got all sorts of stuff. I kind of give you a sneak peek. Up, can't see anymore. That she needs to be painting on here. So I need to get these out of here. So I'm gonna take the paint off. I'm not taking any paint off. I'm gonna take the painter's tape off. So painter's tape around. So then you're gonna actually see what they look like completely done. I'm gonna try and bring the Green Hornet over here and get these things to where they will finally rest. So that's today's project in the rain. So this is where they're going. 1 is going to be on each side. This is where we did have the lions, I believe, last year. I'm just going to show you, zoom around here. So Horseshoe Garden is here. Nellie's garden is up there. Spin around this way. English Garden and Rock Garden. So you guys can kind of see where we are. And Nellie wants some color in here. There's actually a woods walk in here. This is a pathway. You can see I've marked them with hostas. And there's rock. I don't know if you can see. But anyway, and there's a woods walk that goes back deep in the woods, all the way behind everything, and comes back over there. You're going to see the entrance to that in a second because that's where Nellie wants the other red one. So our purple ones are going right here. Let me get them set up. I'm back with 18 buckets of triple mix. Really nice triple mix with some compost, and we're gonna see how many 18 buckets can fill. I'm hoping that they fill them right up, but because we're running out of the triple mix. But anyway, let's see. No, these aren't the plants that are going in there. 2 things. We need to let the soil settle, so it's got to rain a few times so the soil settles down for any nooks and crannies that are accidentally left in there. You can see they are filled up to the top. And number 2, I asked Nellie what she wanted in there, and she brought out a whole assortment of plants. And I don't do arrangements. I don't know anything about them, so I was just like, what do you want me to do with all these plants? So I brought out just a couple hostas, plopped them in there just so we could conclude this video. So this section, done. Tire art, and guess what? This is the type of planter that you never have to worry about. You don't have to, like concrete, they crack sometimes when it freezes. You know, we do get a harsh winter here. Wood rots. Like these are tires. I might have to paint them every 3-4 years or whatever. That's just a spray bomb. But yeah, they're gonna be here for, I think, 1,000 years or 2,000 years or something like that. It takes a tire to decompose. So anyway, reuse, recycle. I like it. It's kind of neat. When you're standing way back, it really, I'm gonna see if I can go back and see. Oh, you got the tractor in the way there, but it is really inviting. you know, into that little section. It's going to be kind of neat when Nellie gets that done, and it'll be a nice entrance. And yes, she wants the rocks brought in around these so that that they become part of the bed. So that's that. I'm going to take you to the red one, and then I'm going to show you the swan. No, I'm not. I'm going to show you the swan right now because I didn't plant it because I don't know where I forgot we even had it, and Nellie didn't say where she wanted it. But I just brought it right out here in front of the rose garden. That's just one tire split in half. We have a guy that creates this stuff for us, and he's just got a crazy imagination. And one day he's doing tires, next day he's doing stone art, next day he's chainsaw carving. He's got wood sculptures that he does. It's amazing. You never know what the guy's doing. He's all over the place. He's got a crazy mind, and he created this little, on a piece of wood, he created this out of a tire. You know, it's going to go into landfill, and here it is, going to be in our garden. Now we're going to fill it up with some dirt, and Nellie's going to figure out what would go under this tree. We're right by the rose garden here, and the rock garden is right over there. So just letting you know where we are. I just put it there. I'm not sure where Nellie wants it, but I love it. And from far back here, it just poof, your eye catches it really nicely. So that's there. So we're off to the red one. Then we can conclude. Okay, so I'm in the rock garden. As you can see, we got all sorts of succulents and stone crop and sedums. But there's that teacup. I just wanted to start back here just so you could actually see that you get a pop from far away. Like, you know, there's the actual distance there. It's far away. And let's try and zoom in. And now let's take a walk over there. And I just wanted to talk about, you know, our gardens, everything you see is a perennial, other than our cannas, which we love and we bring in, and it's crazy. So, you know, the knee-jerk reaction is when you want color in your garden is to get an annual. You know, that's the go-to. You know, they flower constantly all the time, but we don't want to do that. So the solution, I think, is, you know, some garden art, because this is always going to give me color. It's always going to give a pop. Like right here, I'm looking over and I can see the other teacups, the purple ones, right from here. They stand out like a sore thumb. So you get color, and you get to choose your color, and it's there spring, summer, and fall, and even in winter, you know? So I think we like this. You know, this is kind of neat. This was just, hey, we went down to Donnie's, and hey, the guy's name's Donnie. It's and he's in the Bell Tower Flea Market in Gananoque. He's the guy that creates all this stuff. And you know, we went down there, and it was just, hey, look what I'm building. Do you like it? Yeah, I guess, maybe. And they're just tires, right? It's kind of ugly, but we've turned them into something pretty damn cool, guys. So anyway, I'm gonna conclude this video. So we've cleaned off our painting area, and now what we're gonna be doing is other projects. We've got tons of them. We appreciate it. Guys, if you just like and subscribe to this channel, it's free. Hey, and we've got lots of crazy stuff, and we're always doing something. You know, it's not like, hey, this is our garden and we're gonna give you a tour once a month of a garden that doesn't improve itself. We're constantly changing it. You know, we built an entire enchanted garden. We got lots of crazy stuff that we're doing, and we're not close to done. We're never going to be done. We've been doing this for 14 years. So like and subscribe to this channel, guys, and join us on this wonderful adventure. Cheers.